Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and do your normal morning daily routine. Eat breakfast, take a shower, and prepare yourself for a long day at work or at school. You open up your laptop or your mobile device and log into your favorite website. However, instead of the normal, bright, and colorful lights that greet you upon entering the website, you're met with something a little bit different. Something that looks like this. A black and white screen greets you and tells you that you have to pay more to access your favorite website. This is the fearful truth. Internet service providers may soon be able to charge us to access our favorite websites. Do you want this hypothetical scenario to become a reality in the near future? If not, then I suggest you pay attention to the issue of the loss of net neutrality. So what is net neutrality and how does it affect us? Net neutrality is the idea that all websites are treated equally and fairly by internet service providers. So if net neutrality is abolished, internet service providers like PCCW and Netvigator in Hong Kong may be able to throttle website speed, which makes one website faster than another, or they could even make us pay to access certain websites. To give you a clearer idea of what this abstract concept really is, I'll give you an example of what our favorite burger company, Burger King, did. Burger King implemented 3 tiers to their signature burger, the Whopper: a hyper-fast tier, fast tier, and a slow tier. Each tier costed customers a different price, but offered ultimately the exact same product. Customers had to wait until the time they paid for had elapsed before staff could give them their burger. So customers had to stand there helplessly and watch their fresh, hot burger turn cold and soggy in front of their very eyes. The case is the same as net neutrality. Just replace your favorite burger with your favorite website. So where did this clearly irrational idea to repeal net neutrality come from? It all started when Donald Trump became president of the United States and appointed a new chairman, Ajit Pai, as the chairman of the FCC, which is the Federal Communications Commission that governs the communication in the United States and regulates the internet. With the new chairman brought new ideals to the FCC. Ajit Pai believed that all policies that the FCC had should be matched with the modern marketplace. This meant that there must be profits for the firms at all costs. Accordingly, in December 2017, the FCC voted to repeal net neutrality with a vote of 3-2 for abolishing it. On the screen now are a few reactions to this clearly controversial voting. And the man in the picture is Ajit Pai. Here, the Twitter user mentions books because once net neutrality is gone, all the conventional sources of entertainment we have become accustomed to would be gone along with the abolishment of net neutrality. Here we can see the Facebook live stream with the outcome of the voting by the FCC, and we can clearly see that customers were clearly displeased and upset with the voting. I know what you may be thinking. What has this distant issue in the United States got to do with me, a Hong Kong citizen? Well, let me tell you, that's why I'm here. Net neutrality will affect us because US has the strongest economy in the world. That means that many countries look up to the US in terms of its policies and use the US's policies as base templates to form their own. This means that countries will be vulnerable to be influenced by the United States repealing of net neutrality and even abolish net neutrality in their own countries. Have you ever wondered where the worldwide spread of black market sales came from? That's right, the United States. To add to this, companies that have to pay internet service providers to unblock or unthrottle their websites would reflect this increased cost onto their prices. For example, the video streaming company Netflix would have to pay Comcast to unblock or unthrottle its websites if net neutrality is abolished. The cost that Netflix has to pay to Comcast would be reflected onto Netflix's monthly subscription price, which means we have to pay more to get Netflix. Now that you know the negative aspects of net neutrality, you may be thinking, What can I do to stop it? The number one thing to note with issues like this is we have to use publicity. In late 2012, the phone company AT&T tried to block FaceTime on all of its mobile devices. Customers who tried to use FaceTime on AT&T's mobile plan were met with a screen that looked like this. Of course, there was large public controversy with this decision, and people eventually started boycotting and refusing to use AT&T's mobile plan entirely. In the end, AT&T repealed their decision and allowed FaceTime back, which meant it was a successful protest by the customers of AT&T. We can use the same principle with net neutrality. There are many petitions that are going around and campaigns, such as the Burger King one, to try and protect net neutrality. There's even things like this, which is battleforthenet.com, where you fill in your contact information and some short answers, which would then be forwarded to local governments in charge to try and protect net neutrality. Many of you came into this room not knowing what net neutrality was, and you're not alone. Many citizens in Hong Kong don't know about this issue, despite the real and immediate nature that this issue possesses. Therefore, it is our duty as responsible citizens to spread the word and let our peers know about the key points and key solutions about the issue of the loss of net neutrality. It is clear that these solutions do work because the state of Washington in the United States has already implemented its own laws protecting net neutrality. This is opposing the FCC's voting, and it would not be surprising if many states do follow suit with Washington's examples if we raise enough awareness and get enough people to know about this issue and join the fight to protect it. Can you imagine your life where you have to pay for Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, or a news website? If not, then I suggest you join the fight against net neutrality, because I, for one, cannot imagine my life like this.